Here are our top tips for comfortably carrying your older child. As your child gets taller, it becomes more important to use the width of your wrap properly. We can often waste useful width by using too much of it for the seat, in the belief that using more fabric down there will become more supportive or secure. The mechanics of a seat actually require very little cloth down at the bottom in order to hold your child safely. The trick to making a seat is in getting this bottom rail pulled taut in a straight horizontal line underneath your child. The wrap then works like a deck chair or a hammock, with the child's weight working against the bottom rail and keeping it in place. By getting the seat right, you free up width to go right up your child's back. It only needs to reach their armpits so that even the tallest child can be supported by the wrap. It is so tempting to bend forward while you're back wrapping and to let your child's weight be supported by your back while you get yourself sorted. The trouble with that though is that when you stand up, their weight shifts completely in a way that your wrap job wasn't tightened for. That can make it feel saggy and uncomfortable ultimately. By remaining as upright as you can while you're wrapping, you can naturally tighten against your child's weight and support that properly. Now the Santa toss is a great technique for getting your child onto your back and keeping yourself upright all through the time that you're wrapping, and we have another step-by-step guide that will help you with that. Older children quite often like the Santa toss as well, for the fun of it. Another temptation is to accidentally trap slack as you wrap and then think that you can just tighten it all out at the end. And the trouble with that is that you tend to end up with those loose early passes still saying slack, and then you over tighten other parts to compensate. That ends up changing the whole mechanics of your carry. Often these early passes are the ones that spread the weight evenly through your whole torso, but by tightening the later ones instead, you're just shifting their weight up onto your shoulders or focusing it in one area. Get those first building block passes nice and snug right from the start, and then resist the temptation to over tighten the later ones, and your shoulders will thank you. This is Nina and she is 7. She doesn't normally get carried, she's just helping me out now. So when she was a baby, she needed the wrap to take 100% of her weight and to hold her body in a safe and comfortable position. And as she got older, she was more able to hold her own weight and to cling, and the wrap became more of a carrying aid than a full support. One of the things we look for in a good carry is to get knee-to-knee coverage of the seat at the bottom so that it holds their bodies in a nice M shape with their hips and their knees in the right position. That becomes less and less of an issue as your child gets older, and it becomes more of a comfort thing that as their legs start to drop, they sort of become a bit harder and heavier to carry. So at the moment, whilst Nina has a nice secure seat, her knees are up here and this wrap is not in her knee pits at any point. And it really doesn't matter, she's still supported and comfortable. I've used these passes here to sort of stirrup her legs slightly so that they don't dangle in an uncomfortable way for her. But in terms of the security of the carry and comfort for both of us, knee to knee isn't really essential here. It's more about what works. And actually, if we were to take this seat out completely, she'd still be supported, especially as she can already cling to me. Pretty much every carry will have a bunched pass somewhere that could be spread for extra support. by spreading the cloth over your baby, you help to distribute their weight more evenly. Front passes can be just wrapped as normal and then spread out once you're done. And you can flip and angle them for comfort. With back carries, it's usually easier to spread them as you wrap. Hold the top rail to get the pass at the right height first. And then work down the wrap, tightening the slack out.